4:50 in the morning and we're moving.
Bloody Melbourne. They won't leave, they're here for everyone.
2025 HARROP Dealer Conference. We're down here in Melbourne, flew in this morning. Super grateful. Ben's on a different planet, apparently. We're down here for the day, staying overnight, and then we're going to go do killer cars tomorrow. Have you guys ever seen a naked VK56 petrol engine? Some amazing engineering. We're going to film what we can. There's a lot of IP and engineering and secrecy stuff going on. Super interesting. Look at that raw billet before they start to machine up the forge line wheels. A few different steps, obviously. Some really cool stuff. It's like I feel like a kid in a toy shop. Fabulous engineering. I did ask the guys if we could film out the back and stuff, but we need to respect their wishes and just confidentiality and IP and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. So we've just finished the actual conference portion and we've just had lunch and everyone's buggered off and we're just left here. We're just left here to our own devices. So we thought we'd sneak in with approval. I'm not just doing this out of my own will. Harrrop Performance Centre. This is actually Harrop's kind of retail workshop space and installation of their parts, performance parts, and servicing of their parts. I did not know that this was actually Harrop Performance Centre. It was a retail space. Super interesting. We've been asked not to look too far to keep some anonymity for their clients. Very cool space. Lots of storage upstairs. I'd love to know what's behind those garage doors. Some very cool cars, and if we're really lucky, we might get into the production centre. So I've just got to hit them up. So fingers crossed. We've been given a really rare opportunity to get behind the scenes in Harrop. Jake's going to take us down now, and he's going to show us some of the production facility. I had to ask very politely, and I'm super grateful, so lead the way, buddy. We're going to be super deliberate because we're not allowed to film some stuff because it's proprietary IP. So we're going to start over here. The material comes into the building, into the receiving area, and then it gets distributed or broken down into this material that we see here. So you can see like we've got large billets, round billets, rectangular billets, probably all different types of material. We can't get too close because we don't want to give away any customer information. Super important part of the process. I think this is like refinement of materials to get the materials to the machines to make parts like these. And these are actually parts of internals of an e-locker that are just waiting for the next process. So they've been through one process, and what you might find is that they'll go down, these gears will get cut down and refined, and there'll be a technical term for it, but I'm not a bloody engineer or a machinist. If you're a machinist, tell me what you think the next process is going to be to refine those gears. So this is another really good example of a raw cast part. This is a disc rotor with vents. I don't know how many vents there are. Probably it's 38 or 40 or something like that. So that's the raw materials. And then when you come over here, and I don't know if Mark wants to be on camera or not. And this is getting towards the final product. These are VE Commodore brakes. If you notice, these might be different stages. So this has got a different slot to this rotor. This will be at a different stage. So it's a fabulous production line. And if I could build the processes in my business that these guys have here, my business would be very different and way more efficient. So you saw the billets earlier, and now we've come down to one of the machining centres. Mark's going to tell us a bit in a second, but you can see here we've got raw e-lockers. I don't know what stage you call it, but Mark's going to tell us really, really quickly about what he does, and then if that machine's going, could you show us?
Yeah, yep.
Tell us what you got in 20 seconds.
All right, g'day Aaron. You start off with a casting, just a plain casting, and then in the machine, gets machined that side first, all this, and in there. And then it gets transferred, and as you can see at the moment, it's doing all this side and all out here. And that's about it. Comes out finished in about 18, 15 minutes, something like that.
That's pretty bloody efficient.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Keeps us on our toes.
I'm sure it does. And so you can actually see it on the machine there. So you mentioned, Mark, that it actually goes from that side of the machine to that side. Is that an all automatic process, or that's something manual you've got to do?
Yeah, all fully automatic. The machine will transfer it for us, and we put it in and pull it out and measure it. You've got to measure it.
Measure it. I've seen your measuring room. That's pretty detailed and pretty accurate stuff, right?
Yeah, it is. Yep. Usual tolerance, bearing tolerance is 02, 01.
0201 what?
Millimetres.
That's bloody pretty accurate. Right?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's not bad.
Thanks, Mark.
No worries. Thanks, Aaron.
Cheers. Good on you.
Take it easy.
Various different stages of the machining process. You can see here a supercharger being machined. I'm not sure what stage this is, but behind us we've actually got part of a Y62 VK56 manifold. And so Harrop actually have their own foundry. Harrop actually do make some of their own components. It's based in Adelaide. I'm not sure exactly which components, so I'm not going to get into that. But as you can see, super deliberate. Everything is absolutely dialed in here, and they're making lots of products here. And looks like Mark is undoing this manifold. Oh, that's actually the supercharger, the top end with the rotating gear in it, right?
Yeah. Well, it hasn't got any gear in it at the moment. We're just finishing off the last operation of this part. It starts off over there and gets finished here. And so yeah, we'll take this off.
Thank you, Mark. Do you know what that's actually for?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I was just trying to...
LSA, I think.
LSA?
LSA, yeah.
Beautiful equipment. I'm not an engineer and machinist, but I really appreciate super fine tolerance engineering. Lots of tool stations around the place. They've even got tool lockers over there where they keep most of their hardware and tooling equipment that requires a thumbprint to get you in so you can get new equipment. Super deliberate. I love this place. Jake actually set me straight. This is actually the next iteration of LSA Supercharger. This is a LSA 2650i Raceport version. It's the latest iteration of 2650 Superchargers. Really appreciate you, Jake. He did pull me aside and he was like, this is what it is. So I had no idea. Thank you, Jake. Mark, tell us what you're doing, Mark.
Just the pellets just about to change on this 6 pellet changer machine. So we send this one in because I just loaded that one up. The robot in there will pick out that part and we'll put this next part in there.
Can you see stuff happening? I can't see stuff happening. Everyone else is allowed to see what's going on, but I'm pushed to the back here.
Helps if you take it off hold.
Oh, there you go. It's moving now. We had a glitch in the matrix. Tell us what's going on in there, Mark.
So at the moment, that'll just put it back in the pallet stacker, ready for the next operation. This part in there's got 59% finished. So when that's finished in the machine, that'll come out. Put the next one in.
And so this is all automated.
Yeah.
What's your role in this process?
So pretty much we stand here at this loading station, and as each part comes out, we'll put a fresh part in there, or first op or second op.
With this exact part right here, right now.
So at the moment, I'll open the door. So that's finished. I'll unbolt that and wait for the machine to finish the first operation, and then put the first finished operation in here. It'll do up to, and then it'll just keep continuously cycling.
Do you want my spanner to take the part out? Yeah, so we're back now at the e-locker station, and Mark's suggested it's probably ready to go now. So Mark, what's the next step?
Next thing is we take this out. We'll give it a quick measure before we take it out, and then put another part in there, and we'll go again.
What do you use to measure it?
We use a micrometer here, and on this tolerance that I'm going to measure, we need to be plus or minus 0.01 over mil.
What happens if it's not?
If it's undersized, it's no good.
Does it go in the bin?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, we make quality products, so don't want to chance our arm. If it's oversized, we machine it again till we get the right size. And is
that your responsibility, or so it's your responsibility to make a decision on how much more machining it needs?
Yes, we've got a tolerance to work to, and if it falls within our tolerance, that's fine. But anything out of that tolerance, it's up to me to say, no, that's no good.
Does that happen very often?
No, not very often at all. Unless a tool breaks or something goes wrong with the machine, they're pretty reliable.
That's bloody great to hear. All right, show us what you do. I've only got one bloody good eye to worry about. Super interesting. There's big carts of swarf around the place. So on the back of the machine, there's these big tubs of swarf, and the guys actually recycle that. They send it to recycling, whatever it is. So they're going to have steel, they're going to have alloy. All right, so Mark's just measuring it up, and hopefully it's a thumbs up. He's bloody deliberate.
Yep. I shouldn't actually tell you this, top secret.
Don't tell us what it is.
But yeah, it's within 005 of metal tolerance, so I'm calling that good.
Bloody good. And so what happens then? So you take it out of there. What happens? What's the next step for this part?
You blow out this.
Blow out the chuck?
Yep, blow out the chuck, because you don't want the next part picking up all the offcuts. It'll dent it and everything else.
Yeah. So obviously, if you got swarf all around the joint and you put a new fresh component in there, it's likely to damage it, or foul up the machine, or give you inaccuracy. Like, he's bloody deliberate, this man.
The machine will be exaggerated. The part will be running out like that if you got stuff stuck in there.
Okay, so you've got the new cast part going into the left-hand side of the machine?
Yes, new casting going into operation 1. Clamp it, give it a little bit of a spin, make sure it's running true enough. Doesn't have to be 100%, but because it's a casting, you never know.
Oh, well, it's going to be inaccurate out of the foundry, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, foundry's pretty good. We don't get many run-out ones that are really, really bad, so it's usually smooth sailing for us.
Oh, bloody great. What's the next step that you do?
So just make sure the doors are all closed for safety. Hit the green go button.
Oh, look at it.
And 15 minutes later, come back and do it all again.
15 minutes. So it runs this. It runs this casting down to ready for the next step in 15 minutes.
Yep, full casting ready for the next operation in the next machine. 15 minutes front and back.
This is so great. Thank you, buddy.
No worries, mate. Thank you.
Could you imagine how much fun Team More 4x4 would have in this shop if no one was looking at us? So this is obviously a tool section. Looks like some jigs here. I don't know about what they are, but it's pretty cool. And look at all these milling and machining tools. Jason from Tool Tech, tell me about these tools. Tell me what they are. An arsenal of metal destroying tools on just bloody pallet racks full of them. Look at it. So True Track differential components. Mark's got like, that's the basic one. So that's just had like 1 or 2 processes now, right?
Yeah, that's had op 1 and op 2 turning on it.
And then what operational stage is it to get it to that level?
That is 3 and 4. So from this side it'll be 3. Heavy. And then this side will be operation 4.
So from a cast, there's only 4 operations to get it to that point.
Yep, that's correct. Yep, 2 machines, 4 operations.
Are you responsible for True Track as well?
I have been, but not tonight.
That's great. Thank you, buddy.
That's all right. Making big supercharger pulleys as well if you want them.
Oh, great. The underside of the 2650i Raceport Supercharger top hat. Obviously the rotating group, I think they actually call it technically, goes in the guts there. We had a whole briefing about that. I'm not a numbers guy. Like a lot of these guys are way smarter than me. I'm just super interested in the processes and the engineering and the final product. Superchargers assembly area. This is absolutely amazing. Jesus. So this is assembly area, and Jake also has a test. You've got also a testing
Supercharger dyno cell. Yep.
Supercharger dyno cell. So to test and make sure they're all working as they should be. They look like more 2650i RPs.
Yep. More race ports. Yep.
More race ports. So these are BRZ.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So FA24
FA24
supercharger.
superchargers. There's got a different finish down here. So that looks like the same type as well.
Yep. Same supercharger kit. Yep. Just available in red and black.
Red and black. What would you comment below? What would you choose for your BRZ, red or black finish?
Red, definitely more particle.
Red's definitely more kilowatts. And so we're going to go and have a look. So over here we've got like the R&D section as well. This is their performance centre. We've got a couple of hoists. We've got a couple of amazing vehicles. We've got a couple of dyno rooms. And I don't know if we're allowed to look in there. I don't know if you can see through the glass there. Too dark, yeah, radio. Corvette, Jimny, amazing Maloo Ute. Is that a Maloo? Whatever it is. Supercharger, come have a look. I just got told first time that I'm not allowed to film something, and totally respect that. These guys are very, very deliberate, and I don't want to push the boundaries too much. Jimny over here, Supercharger. Look at this little dude. He's like, you might have missed it if you didn't know what you were looking at. Huge improvement. Tell me in the comments below, have you fitted a TVS 900 Harrop Supercharger to your Jimny? Are you auto or manual? And tell me about the performance benefits you might have noticed. Some more amazing R&D, and go and take a look at that vet over there. Absolute work of art. I reckon I can learn a lot about these guys, about automotive engineering and in business. Very, very, very clever humans at Harrop. So this is actually an example of one of the collection bins that I was talking about earlier. It looks like that all the swarf and material comes out of this conveyor belt into these bins, and then it goes off for recycling. I wonder how much material they recycle every year in alloy and steel, and where it actually goes to. Does it go back to the foundry? Does it get shipped overseas? I'm super interested to know. So that's the end of our tour, and I just wanted to display my immense gratitude to Harrop team, Heath and Jake, Mark for helping. Super grateful. I don't know, we're just really lucky that we work with great people in Harrop, and we're doing more with Harrop than we ever are. Lockers, blowers, FXH wheels. So we're actually what's called traction dealer. So if you need any support with building your vehicles, e-lockers, blowers, whatever, please give us a call. We really care about getting great outcomes. Look at this absolute monster here, 7.3 Godzilla. What a weapon. Thanks for tuning in.